Hey Brandon, in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. My name is Selene McGregor and I work with small business owners across the state of Utah. I'm actually based out of Utah County myself, so just a little further south than you guys. But I put together this quick custom video for you about your online presence and specifically how you're stacking up against your competition. So at this point, I'm sure you're sitting there asking yourself, why would she be doing this and what is the catch? Well, it's a fair question. I just found that most local business owners are just too busy actually running their business, swamped with payroll, helping customers, answering questions, dealing with employees, just staying on top of jobs, and many times learning how to leverage the internet to benefit their company just gets buried under their to-dos. Now let's be real, half the time, the only reason they haven't hired somebody yet is because they don't know who to trust and who is truly an expert. And that's exactly why I make videos like this. I found that by giving people an easy, free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, it's resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, hey, I like you, Selene, can you please just handle this for me? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and you can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, then shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan that I gave you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. Now, before I actually dive into those 3 things, wanted to kind of confirm here, I know there could be a little bit of discrepancy on, I've got My Buddy the Plumber pulled open. I talked with Sally the other day and she had mentioned that it's under Same Day and operates under a different umbrella of Intermountain HVAC. Anyways, a little bit of confusion there, but I just decided to roll with the information I've got here with My Buddy the Plumber. If you're interested in getting one of those other companies a more detailed look and review, reach out to me. I'm happy to do that as well. So let me show you the 3 things that will set My Buddy the Plumber above their competition. So the 3 things we're going to cover today is first, content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. So first up is content. So since Google isn't a human, it doesn't just know what we do. It has to be told through your content. So content is basically anything that you can see here on your webpage that is highlighted. So it can be, it can include text, it can include pictures, what the pictures are saved as, what's behind the pictures. That can all be considered content. So to kind of give you an example here, let's go to, say, this image right here. If we do a save as, we can see what it's being saved as. So you can see here, this is just content-image. So nothing specific here. This is where it's a great time to be able to leverage using high volume keyword specific, especially location keyword specific descriptions to be able to help boost your content. Again, these are all things that the Google bots can read and basically get an idea of what is this business, what services do they offer, what area are they targeting, and that will all help position you in the search ranking. The goal is having a unique and authoritative content, and you need to have enough of it to be able to add in those right keywords and phrases that people are actually searching for in Google in order for them to find the services that you offer. Most business owners know that they need content on their website. However, they don't usually know that in order to rank number 1 on Google for plumbing, the average content count is 1,500 to 2,400 words on your homepage, while making sure that it, again, contains the right keywords and phrases that your customers are actually searching for. So when I copied your content here from your website and I just threw it into this free tool here, we can see that your website is sitting around 890 words. I also grabbed one of your other Salt Lake City, one of the top ranking Salt Lake City plumbers. And you can see here that they are, when we plug in their content, they're sitting here around, where'd it go? 995 words. So totally beatable, especially just to make sure we're getting up to that minimum of 1,500 keywords. Okay, so now we're actually going to head over here to my handy dandy tool here. This is called Ahrefs. It's a really cool tool actually. Costs a couple $100s per month if you guys are interested to go out and get this for yourself. But it essentially gives me behind the scene details that Google's looking at when it comes to ranking a site. And it gives us a pretty good idea of what's working well for you and your competition. So I ran a quick scan of your competitor over here, again, Mill Creek Plumbing, and we can see an overview of their website. And I guess quick little plug before I move on. I do understand that you guys don't just do plumbing, you have other services as well. I just don't have time in this video to dive into every single different service or service areas, so I just focused on one and then matched it with a singular service area in Salt Lake City as well. So, okay, looking over their overview, we can see really quickly here, they've got 214 keywords being found on their website and the type of traffic that they are driving in with their website. We're actually going to dive in here specifically to look at the exact keywords that they are ranking for and what customers are searching for every month. So we can see here between second and third position here, they are ranking for plumbers, Salt Lake City with 1,700 search volume every month. This is plumber, Salt Lake City with 2,200 searches a month. Salt Lake Plumbers at 410 a month, Salt Lake City Plumbers at 810. You get the idea of some of these high volume keywords that people are actually searching for in Google. Now, if we jump over here, we can look at your website. We can see the exact same kind of overview. How many keywords? You've got a lot of keywords being found here on your website. And then the kind of traffic that it is pushing. So we want to dive in again to look at those specific keywords and what you are ranking for here. Okay, so looking at your site, I am seeing quite a bit of HVAC. Some plumber, my buddy, the plumber here, you're ranking 2 in that with 150 search volume, which is pretty good for the search volume. One thing I want to explain here is just really how important it is to think about what kind of keywords people are going to be searching in Google. So unless somebody is already aware of your name and actually specifically searching for your company and your name in Google, they're going to be going in and searching for something a little bit more generic, like plumbers, Salt Lake City, or something like that. So that's one thing to keep in mind of just wanting to focus on what they're actually searching for. But I do see that you're ranking number 1 in a couple of things like ductwork material. Again, we would want to focus on more buyer intent keywords and location specific. So let's just jump in here. You've got this one for HVAC. We're going to type in, and let's go specific for more like plumbing type words. Plumbing and electrical near me, that can kind of be a national term, but you are getting, there's 250 search volume of that. You're in 10th position for that. However, again, national term, we want to focus on more location specific. 24-hour plumbing, you're in 31st position, 20th position. So you can just see here, and again, these ones are national terms, and we really want to be focusing on location specific. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea though of the difference between what they're being found for and how they're driving that volume because of what people are actually searching for. Compared over here to some of the high ranking things that you've got, maybe might not be necessarily ones that people are converting into leads and customers for. And just what would that be like for your business to be able to capitalize on this amount of volume of people just searching for plumbing? Again, this wasn't all the services, this is just for plumbing. And if you still add up all these other smaller ones as well, that can make such a difference as well. Okay, so let's see here. We're actually going to jump over here to Google. And I've put in one of those high volume, the 2,200 searches per month, plumber, Salt Lake City. First thing that we're going to see here is the ads section. We actually see same day up there. Here's the thing about ads. Ads can definitely work, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, like your website, isn't dialed in. Or if customers are using an ad blocker, then they won't even see this section at all. So just be careful to not burn through your money in Google Ads until you know for sure that your site is going to convert those people. We're actually going to jump down below the ad section here to the coveted map section. This area has a lot to do with the second important thing we're going to talk about, which is citations. So you're probably asking yourself, well, what is a citation? Why do they matter? Well, those are great questions. So this is called the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you've seen it, you've probably used it, and you've probably even thought to yourself, how in the world can I get my business up on here? Well, that's a great question, and it's about what I'm going to show you. So to get yourself to the top 3 in the number 1 spot in Google, the number 1 thing that Google looks for is a thing called citations. So what is a citation? Well, they're super simple. They are just your business's name, address, and phone number listed on a bunch of online directories like these, Yelp, Yellow Pages, City Star, and so on, but they need to match your Google listing exactly. Having citations like these helps Google verify and give relevance to your local business. So to push yourself to the top 3 spots here on the Google Map Pack, you just need to increase your citation game. When you get more citations in your competition, especially from authoritative and industry-specific websites, your credibility boosts and you gain more trust from Google, therefore pushing you above your competition. So you might be asking yourself, well, great, but how do I actually do that? Well, there are paid tools like WhiteSpark and BrightLocal that will let us see exactly what directories these guys are being listed on, and then we can go match the directories they're on. But we don't want to just stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them. So what we have seen with plumbing companies that are ranked to the top, we usually see them around 200, 250 citations. So if you're not showing up here, there's a good chance you're showing on the second, third page, fourth page of the citation game here in the map pack. You probably only have 30 or 40 citations. Just depends on exactly where you're at. We not only need to go get those citations that your top competitors have, but we need to beat them out online. Now, let's talk about the last thing that we're going to cover today is backlinks, often called link juice. So this third pillar is really important and helps dominate on Google. So again, when we search for that high volume keyword plumber, Salt Lake City, and we scroll down past the map pack to the organic listing section down here, you can see that your site is not ranked number 1. In fact, I'm not even sure that I see it anywhere here on the first page of Google. Now this is where you want to be because Google statistics have shown that the top 3 businesses here get about 75% of the clicks, meaning that most of your potential customers are choosing one of these first 3 results and are never making it to your listing. So to get there, you have to beat out your competition in every aspect. So you need authority. How do you get authority? Well, this is where backlinks comes into play. Simply put, a backlink is when one website links to another website online. The easiest way to think about this is thinking about it like a popularity contest back in high school. You want the coolest, most popular kid to be recommending you. So in this popularity contest, the business with the most relevant link juice or authority wins. And I say relevant because not all backlinks are created equal. So you're a plumber, right? Well, you wouldn't want to have a backlink from an ice cream shop linking back to you guys because you guys don't churn ice cream. Although tasty, that backlink would be kind of useless to you. But having a backlink from a local blog or construction company linking back to you, that'd be much more effective. Now let's jump back in over here to my tool. We can actually see that your website has 2,800 backlinks going back to it. We've got your competitor here, only 128 backlinks. Super interesting, and you might be really questioning yourself though with that drastic difference there. The biggest thing is just remembering quality over quantity. We can see that you can have way fewer backlinks if they are from strong, relevant sources. It's not all about the numbers here for quantity. So again, how do we get those? We can actually go in here with my tool and we can see the exact links that they're getting them from. Go out and get those, or even find more strong or more relevant sources. Again, this is very beatable over time. Getting you to the top of Google here is not magic. It's just a tried and true method, and I've shown you that exact method today. So again, the 3 things that you can do today to grow your online business is first, focusing on your content, getting it to at least 1,500 words, using the right keywords and key phrases that people are actually going to be searching for in your area so that your company gets found. Second, citations, just increasing that citation game, getting your name, address, phone number listed on as many online directories as possible to beat them out by a landslide. And then finally, backlinks. You've got lots of backlinks here. Just focus on the quality and getting more relevant, strong sources. If you implement these strategies today, you can be number 1 across Google. Now, I know how tough it is in the market and how dependent businesses are on third-party companies like maybe Angie's List. I also know how painful it is to pay for leads that are shared amongst your competitors. What I've shown you today gives you control over your leads and an actionable plan, having clients come straight to your door without a broker in between. So I'm sure you're wondering, okay, well, what now? Well, you really have a few options. If you feel like you cannot handle more clients every month, that's absolutely fair. Just send me a quick note letting me know that you watched the video. Tell me your thoughts about it. I'd really appreciate your feedback. On the other hand, if you're ready to grow, you can take this blueprint and implement these strategies on your own today. I give you the exact formula that businesses are paying tons of dollars to have. Now, if you found this information valuable and you're one of those business owners to still raise their hands for the most effective route, simply respond to this email. We'll set up a time to chat and dive deeper into your specific situation and see what I can do to really help your business thrive. Again, my name is Selene and I look forward to your email. Have a great day.